Hater alert! Hater alert! Hater alert!
People interpreting Daniela Avanzini as weird and enabling the physical harm of women is justified because she advocates and romanticizes Playboy Cardi, a man who physically harms women. If Danny were a man, the response to her admiration for Playboy Cardi would either be ignored or, if acknowledged, would be something like, "Of course, another man supports another terrible man." Typical. If Daniela wasn't one of y'all's faves, you'd use her support of Playboy Cardi against her in fan wars. Why? Because Playboy Cardi is a piece of shit. You cannot separate the art from an artist who's alive and still actively displaying egregious conduct. Can you separate Taylor's music from the fact that he participated in a gang rape? Can you separate Nicki Minaj's music from the fact that she supports more than one rapist in her life and has now gone mega? Can you separate R. Kelly from his sexual crimes against women and little girls? No, you cannot. So you absolutely cannot separate Playboy Cardi's continued physical assault on women from his shitty-ass music. And you cannot separate his fans from continuing to support him even though he continues to beat up women. Daniela Avanzini's supporting Playboy Cardi is gross to say the least. His fan base is full of misogynists, the kind of misogynists that uses the word bitch synonymously to woman, and the kind of misogynists who ask, "What were you wearing after hearing of someone getting raped and worse?" Let me make it very clear. My all-time favorite genre of music is rap. I grew up listening to it. I went out of my way to study it and the culture that birthed it. It's partially why I respect African Americans so much. My favorite regional rap sound is from Georgia, where both Danny and Cardi are from. A lot of people commenting on Daniela's favor of Playboy Cardi, whether it's to condemn or defend her, do not listen to rap music. Like, y'all do not actually even earnestly listen to it. You are completely unaware of the cultural layers to it. And I don't think you can be an earnest rap fan and favor Playboy either. This isn't really relevant, but people who enjoy Playboy Cardi's music, not one or two songs, but who actually enjoy his music in general, are like people who actually enjoy Ice Spice's quality of music. Y'all listen to rap, you don't digest it, you don't respect it, and you sure as hell do not love it. Or you'd be able to distinguish good rap music versus rap music carried by a good beat. Having never even been a fan of Playboy Cardi because the quality of his rap is actually sewage water, but simply being aware of what's happening in the rap world, I was there when Playboy first started popping off. I was there for every gay accusation against his zesty ass. I was there when Ruby Rose recounted an instance where he shot at her. I was there when he was giving his white culture vulture girlfriend Iggy clout as she cosplayed a black woman. I was there when his fans blamed Iggy for him mistreating her. I was there when Iggy got pregnant with the baby she claims he neglects and his fans mocking the baby for it. I was there when she and other women and even his own staff have come out to imply or blatantly say that Playboy assaulted them in some way. And I repeat, I'm not even a fan. I'm simply just aware of what's going on in the rap world. So a legitimate fan, not just someone who's heard of him, not just someone who knows a TikTok soundbite of his, but an actual admiring fan of Playboy Cardi claiming that they're unaware of his deplorable behavior, are as believable as a K-pop fan claiming that they don't know who BTS are, or like a Beyonce fan claiming they didn't know Jay-Z cheated on her. Playboy's controversies are in constant circulation online. His fans just don't give a damn. Cardi was arrested and charged with aggravated assault in 2023 for choking out his pregnant girlfriend. And in October of just last year, a limo driver told the police that Cardi punched his girlfriend in the chest over sex and then assaulted him as well when he attempted to stop Cardi from attacking his girlfriend. This man's fans idolize him for being disgusting because they wish they could do whatever they want and get away with it just like him. I simply am not naive enough, nor willing to dick ride hard enough to give a legitimate Boy Cardi fan the benefit of the doubt in not knowing. And I'm sure as hell not gonna baby a white woman around my age and older as if she's incapable of supporting someone like that. White women do it all the time. And I mean this generally speaking. I'm not saying that this specifically applies to Daniela, but culturally in societies widely dominated by white people, like the United States and even Georgia, where Daniela is from, white women feel subservient to men, and especially white men, but superior to everyone else. That's why you can find so many videos of white women claiming that women are too emotional to lead. That's why they didn't vote for Kamala and voted for Trump instead, despite Trump's negative history with women. And at the same time, you can find so many videos of white women having a Karen moment, which is essentially just them harassing and disturbing the peace of young people and people of color. And culturally, it's very common from literally everyone to enable everything that white women do. Just like K-pop idols, Cat's Eye's quote-unquote social awareness is a gimmick for them. Daniela Avanzini is a rich white girl from the United States. She's lived a highly privileged life in a society built for her comfort. Her supporting Playboy wasn't surprising to me, like her mother being caught up for following Donald Trump's personal Instagram wasn't surprising when 68% of Cuban Americans voted for that orange troll. Don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about someone who simply likes a song or even a few songs from a controversial artist. I'm not talking about someone who simply liked a TikTok sound from a controversial artist. I am not talking about someone from a completely different country than a controversial artist, so the possibility that they know why a foreign artist is controversial is very unlikely. I'm talking about a woman who's from the same country and grew up in the exact same state and the exact same city as a controversial artist. I'm talking about a woman who claims a controversial artist is their favorite and who boisterously credits this controversial artist for saving their life somehow. I'm talking about a woman who publicly and proudly idolizes a man who is widely known for beating up women. People are not blaming Danny for Playboy's actions. People are not turned off by, upset with, and disappointed in her for liking a mainstream artist. People feel this way because she's romanticizing and publicly supporting a man known for beating up women. That's distasteful. Simple as that. Cat's Eye goes on trips to Disney with Scooter Braun, a Zionist. Y'all say they were forced to by contract obligation. All right. Danny's mother claims not to be a Trump supporter and that Danny isn't either, even though the evidence says otherwise and the statistics are against them both. Fine. Daniela publicly admires a man who's been beating on women for over a decade, and y'all claim that it's not that big of a deal, or even claim that she's contractually obligated to do that too, even though none of you have even seen her contracts. I wonder, when is Cat's Eyes, and specifically Danny's, support of and attachment to abusive men ever going to be their responsibility?
But then like one time, we got in a little argument because I hid his phones before his flight, and it just was like we were outside. He like, it wasn't directly at me. It was just more like.
Okay, so before
in
this
the vicinity.
incident. Okay, so before this incident, he would get on your balcony and just shoot off his gun, and no one would say anything. No one called the police or.
It's Atlanta.
Yeah, that's normal shit in Atlanta.
Well, where I was staying at, yeah.
So
Jumped on me, choked me.
Today you guys were supposed to see each other. Did he know that you were pregnant?
Yeah, I'm almost 4 months now.
Okay, so you
So
came
he
here
came
today.
to my house.
You came here today to talk or
To see what
hang
the
out?
problem was, but it escalated. He came to my house with an issue, and I came back here to see what the issue was. He came and I had it in my car. He brought up paternity test. So
this time, when you found out you were expecting the baby, he wasn't happy.
No, this is what he wanted out of anything. I wasn't ready, but this is what he really wanted.
Playboy Cardi has been arrested for a felony assault charge. He was arrested for assaulting his pregnant girlfriend. According to the affidavit, the woman told the police that he grabbed her by her throat, pushed her, held her down until she could barely breathe, and she told the cops that she thought she was going to die. She and Playboy Cardi had been in a relationship for 2 years. She lived with him since July of 2022 and was 14 weeks pregnant when the incident happened. She said she wanted to talk about the baby, and a conversation about the paternity test led to an argument, which she said escalated to a physical attack. Playboy Cardi and Iggy Azalea used to date, and they have a 2-year-old son together. Iggy chimed in and goes, "Been there, done that, warned you." And then goes, "Imagine having a pregnant girlfriend and pretending they don't exist until it comes out you like to abuse them too. And rarely seeing your actual son unless it's because you're running from whatever problems you have going on in Atlanta and the press with your serial abuse of..."
Damn, that was the best Cheerios I ever had in my life. That wasn't a regular Cheerios, was it? No. That had to be Honey Nut. It had to be Honey Nut. It tastes like Honey Nut, tastes like Cheerio, but nuts dipped in honey.